forsake me, 'cause I'm faded. Don't save me.
All right, hi, welcome back. Welcome back to Hippo Cup, the 8th. It's time for our second match of the round of 16 weekend. And of course, we've got minus 45 versus minus 45 against Carlos and 8. Right now ongoing, there is the TCOM meeting over in dev server. So, you know, if you're in there, go have a listen while you're watching this. Do some multitasking. I can't do some multitasking. I would like to be able to do some multitasking, but unfortunately, that would be really, really chaotic to try to listen to. So we're going to not be doing that. But we're going to get into things here. It is our second match of the weekend. This is match B1. And what that means is this is the winner of Group E against the second place team in Group D, which are respectively, of course, minus 45 versus minus 45, and Carlos and 8. So on the left-hand side of your screen, the red team is going to be minus 45 versus minus 45, captained by Yokespie, alongside Chillier, Parahinori, Knight, Fiery, Haunt, Escrupulio, Sigi, and Wiran. Chillier not going to be warm at all because he's been in that TCOM meeting with me for the last hour. Fortunately, you don't have to warm up to do commentary the way you do to actually play in a match. So that's good for my sake, not so good for his sake. Minus 45 versus minus 45 went 2-1 in their group. Defeated one of the Russian teams on tiebreaker, beat the other Russian team, Pelmeshki, on by a 5-2 score. Lost to the United States 4WC squad, but that team ended up going 1-2 and didn't make it out of groups. And by virtue of beating Pelmeshki, minus 45, got the top seed out of their group. Carlos and 8, meanwhile, went 2-1 in their group as well. Beat I'm Diamond 1 and Mike Volume, while losing to top overall seed in the tournament, John Porler, Boshiman's team. That was their one loss, but did have a solid couple of wins and did take 3 points off of Boshi's team as well. So definitely not a team to overlook. You've got a couple of really strong Hippo Cup rosters here. Carlos and 8, Liraman, Carlosville, Bowmilk, Vishio, Be Like, Yuta, Uatzap, Mischa, Revoken, and Crowley. The thing with this tournament, of course, the early rounds, the pools are relatively easy. You've got pretty straightforward group stage pool. Moderately more difficult round of 16, of course, but not impossible. And it starts to be not entirely about, your late round scaling like it will be eventually. Instead, it is about how good your consistency is at this stage of things. And we'll find that out about these two teams. Minus 45, of course, has several former Hippo Cup champions and folks who are just really good at tournaments. Carlos and 8, perhaps a little less heralded, but obviously strong roster nonetheless. I'm looking forward to this one. If you missed out earlier, we did have Dadunai taking the big upset win over Worldwide Choppers in the first match of the weekend. So we'll see if we get another upset today from Carlos and 8, or if minus 45 can roll through this one. We are now at 2 for 2 bans on that double time 2. Goodbye to DMC. Nobody wants DMC DT. That's an interesting one because it's like, there's only 2 speed maps in this pool, right? There's this, and sorry, I'm like trying to read something else with him. There's the DT2 and there's the free mod 3. It's really all there is for high BPM stuff in this pool. So you remove one of those, and there's just not a lot of raw tapping mechanics required in the rest of the pool. Gonna be a first ban Nomad 6 for -45. That's Do You Love Me? Kind of a swing doubles. Pretty cool map, actually. I'm a little sad to see that one banned. I was hoping to get to see that one played out, but it will not be the case right now. I need to know if Rob is using like a hotkey for the bans or something, because I've noticed he always has the team name and then just ban without a space in between. Like it's Carlos and 8 ban, not Carlos and 8 space ban, and above it's Carlos and 8 ban, no space. And I can't scroll to it because it's right in between, but where he said -45 versus -45 ban, he also, there was not a space there. If anybody knows, let me know. I'm kind of curious what the story is there. It's a seemingly slightly odd little quirk. Don't know what happened there. Don't know what the deal is with that one. Just interesting, you know? No flame, it's just interesting. These guys are... I'm starting to be concerned about them running into timers here. Also, Do You Love Me was not the ban. I'm sorry, it was Nomad 6. But Do you know what said it got banned anyway, so I'm still right. My bad. I forgot there's 7 Nomads now. So the -45 ban was Nomad 6, which is random, which is exactly as its name suggests, a very random map. Carlos and 8 go ahead and ban Nomad 7, which is that aforementioned swing doubles. Thank God they still banned that, so I don't look completely foolish. So 2 Nomad bans. Feels a little unusual to me, but there we are nonetheless. And last ban will be -45. I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll find out surely sometime soon. Maybe, eventually. Sometime this month, week, year, day, hour, millennium, century. I don't know. Pick one. Also, I still don't have water because I am a fool. I'm an absolute fool. Oh my gosh, please. Again, I guess we're abusing timers this morning is what we're going to be doing here. We're getting scary close here to timer time, I think. Does the MP check timer command work properly? Anybody know? I know there were some issues with it when it was initially implemented, but maybe it works now. Not sure. And it's DT5. Alright, so we are through our bans. DT2 and Nomad 7 from Carlos and 8. Nomad 6 and DT5 from -45 versus -45. DT5, of course, being old DT Yosei Teikoku, the... I don't know, kind of like geometric aim old map, I guess, is the way I might put that. So we're gonna get underway. It's first pick -45 versus -45 in this matchup. A lot of very short maps in this pool. If you ignore like Nomads 3 through 5 and and Fremod 4, this kind of feels like a Taiko pool where all the maps are just 2 minutes long. Just how that game mode seems to go when I've watched like Taiko World Cup. Just a lot of short maps. Also, they get all the bangers. I'm very jealous of the bangers in some of the other game modes. Taiko and Mania both get so many sick songs. My jealousy knows no bounds. As we await, it will be the Hard Rock 4 first pick. That's an interesting place to start. It is Ran. So we're going Precision Buzz Sliders first pick. That sounds kind of terrifying, no? Like, low-key, that sounds kind of terrifying. That was a pretty sick map, though. Like, I am a big fan. Like, classic, pishy, fat, precision hard rock pick. This one, it was like 2015, maybe? 2016? I forget. This was early days of the FA program. Oh, I lied. This is 2018. Wow. I'm really old, I guess, that 2018 feels that long ago. I think Cranky was one of the first, like, 20 to 25 featured artists. And if memory serves, a bunch of the early ones came in, like, kind of in a similar time frame. It'd be cool if there was a way to list the FA page by date. I guess you could just go like, well, you can do this. You could just type the number, right, of whatever artist. Like the first featured artist was Nekodex, but that's like OG Osu music creator. Literally the Osu music creator. 2 was Sysmix, which again, like super closely related with Osu. I think the early ones were like 2015, 2016. They were folks doing direct, like, included songs, and like IAHN, who did Aspire 2016, which was an awesome track. But they don't have the dates they were added on the pages. All right, well, my deep dive into featured artists notwithstanding, we are going to get going into this match. It's going to be Yokes by Haunt, Fiery, Chillier against Revoken, Carlos Flow, Uatzap. I'm not sure, I'm sorry. And Bowmilk. Start things off in the Hard Rock pool. So hopefully everybody's well warmed up and is prepared for some small circles because, well, it's one of those skill sets that you got to be ready for, I feel. As we try to load everyone in successfully here. Haunt, Bowmilk, Fiery. Bowmilk is still not connected. Bowmilk left. Okay, we're getting an abort. Nice! This match is starting off really well, you guys. We take an eternity for our bans, and now we've got a player leaving, but he's still here. So he must have left and rejoined in very, very quick succession. He did. There was literally 3 seconds apart. Wow. If anybody who plays more tournaments than I do, aka more than none, can tell me how that happens, because it does seem to happen a fair amount. People just leaving by accident. I would be interested, because I'm not really sure the mechanics of how that occurs. I mean, it's obviously like you hit escape too many times, but like, why does it seem to happen so frequently? I'm not really sure what people are generally doing when that happens. I'm very interested. It's like understanding why things or how things happen. In we go. First pick, -45 versus -45. It's a bunch of early breaks. Chillier, Perry, WhatsApp, and Bowmilk. Dude, what if I just pronounced that guy's name WhatsApp? Is that guy's name just supposed to be pronounced WhatsApp? Somebody tell me, please, because that would be pretty funny if so. I really would appreciate that username a lot if that's what it is. Carlos Flow, the next to break. 1 FC all that's left for Carlos, and 8. And it is not the namesake of the team. -45, meanwhile, still have 3 going. Really good precision consistency players on that side with Yokes, Fiery, Haunt, and Chillier Pair even, who is their lone miss but has recovered well since then. It's another double break for Carlos and 8, WhatsApp, and Bowmilk. Oh my god, it's actually just WhatsApp. Okay, perfect. I put 2 and 2 together. Let's go. Oh, sick. I feel so intelligent right now. Please do not take this away from me. It's still a 3-way FC for -45. They're really gaming on this one, man. Revoken doing what he can. Finally does break that last FC for Carlos and 8. And really, that's it for this map. I don't know that there's any way for Carlos and 8 to come back in this one. -45 just starting out really well on their own first pick here. This is a heck of a performance from the whole team. A triple FC through the first entire half of the map, where a lot of the really tricky patterning comes in before you get to these kind of kick slider, buzz slider patterns in the second half. Which are a little more repeating. They're very hard, but they're a little more repeating in that portion of the map. Is a slider break from Haunt, Revoken, and Carlos Flow. We love buzz sliders, and here's more. Here's more. Buzz Slider Simulator. Anyway, it's a 13 million score lead for -45, so they're chilling on this. This is a really good first pick. What more can you say? They're just solid. Into the last bit of the map we go. It's a late break from Yokes and Haunt, but really no matter. Chillier pair on that reverse choke vibe. It's a 7-way miss coming into this last section. The Space Stream gets him. Unfortunately, there will not be a reverse choke play for Chillier pairs. He misses that difficult space flow pattern at the ending. But this is quite a one-sided affair on the first pick. Very well done to -45 versus -45. No FCs anywhere, but 30 million to 14 million is a scoreline they will be proud of and happy about to start off the match. Well performed. 1 miss Fiery, 3 misses each on Yokespie and Haunt with a couple of Buzz Sliders thrown in, I think, for everyone. 11 misses for Chillier pair. Did chain miss on that stream at the end, but you know, he still top scored, so he's got the last laugh at the end of the day on that pick. Damn, I'm missing out on interesting discussions in the TCOM thing because I see a mention of Course Ace, and I'm not there to talk about Course Ace. Darn it. First pick, Carlos and 8, gonna go into the No Mod 2, which is kind of a No Mod 2, right? Ring Run Yan, this is a custom from Course Ace, I want to say 2022? Maybe 2021 even. Yeah, 2021, pardon me. This is a qualifiers custom from back then. So actually, round of 16 is pretty much in line, I feel. It's often kind of comparable to the round of 16 quarterfinals difficulty for qualifiers. Depending on this, I guess, whether it's like a 32 or 16 team tournament, but 195 BPM stream map. Basically what you're getting here. So into our nice, comfy No Mod 2, we're going to go here in just a moment, waiting on the last player per team. Is that the same roster for Carlos and 8? WhatsApp, Revoken, Go Milk. Oh, it's going to be Learman coming in for Carlos Flow. -45, going to change things up quite a bit, as you'd anticipate from that particular team. No Fiery, no Yokespie for the stream map. I think Fiery could probably play this if needed. This is only 195 BPM. Yokespie would probably struggle a bit. But it's going to be Night Wiran and Sigi coming in as the replacements for that team. Chillier pair staying in. Chillier pair, No Mod 2, Chinese characters. Oh dear, WhatsApp, Learman, and Bowmilk just all evaporated on that early stream. That's not what you want to see. The very beginning of your own first pick. Let's hope they can settle in. This is not a long map, right? Every bit counts when the map is only 1 minute and 45 seconds long. You do not want to see yourselves falling behind a free bunch of combo with a huge miscount that drops you. Actually, oh, Bowmilk! Oh, man, how do you make it through that without dropping more? Revoken the next to fall. This is not good for Carlos and 8 on their own first pick. They do not have a single full combo on the board against a 4-way for -45. Wiran does miss-aim the flow, falls off note locks. Goodbye. But Knight, Sigi, and Chillier all doing their thing. Just past 1/3 of the way through. That team looking pretty comfortable on this map thus far. The recoveries are beginning to be established. WhatsApp and Learman at 400 plus combo apiece now. But they've got a lot of work to do to make up a 4 million score deficit. There goes Sigi, but it's traded. WhatsApp, the second largest combo for Carlos and 8, is going to trade out the miss. So nothing really gained there for the South American plus... see, I keep wanting to call them a South American team. Then I remember they have a dude from Portugal, which kind of makes that not work, especially when the dude from Portugal has now, you know, been in for both maps. Bit of a challenge, but it is Knight and Chili Repair on the double FC for -45. Learman on a big combo. Bilmilk and Revoken starting to build back up, as is Weiran, but that lead's still intact and comfortable enough for -45. Quarter of the way to go. Plenty note dense, as you would expect from a Nomad 2. So there's a lot of score left to be gained. Problem is, more score to be gained for -45 with those gigantic combos. Sigi falls once more. A little bit of an advantage to Carlos and Aid, who have a small combo lead, but coming down to the wire here, it's 5 million. Weiran goes. Double FC, though, still there, and we're going to come into the ending. It's just not going to be enough time, and that will be -45 versus -45, taking the point, taking a break point at that by a 4 million score margin. Pretty comfortable. The FC comes through from both Knight and a Chili Repair. Nice accuracy on Chili, just those 2 100s. Knight a little bit farther behind, but he had the hidden on. It's okay. We'll give him a pass. Liruman with the S rank for Carlos and 8, but no FCs on that side. Always going to be tricky to win a pick against a team that double FCs when you have no FCs of your own. And so breakpoint for -45. Their own pick to come try to consolidate for a 3-0 lead. After the HR4 first pick, you wonder, you know, do they want to stay in the Hard Rock pool? Do they maybe want to go like a Hard Rock 1 or 3 here? That might be a good option. I could see a Fremod 4 pick after the way they performed on the Nomad 2, but, I mean, that was being a breakpoint. I don't know that you necessarily want to pick right into a kind of similar skill set. Capping, kind of similar. We could see more, you know, kind of non-standard stuff, right? If they want to go opt into tech, against a team that didn't do super great on, you know, kind of a non-traditional first pick on that Hard Rock 4, and as a team that has really good gimmick players, so, you know, something like a Nomad 4, something like a DT, or a Fremod, I don't know, one of the Fremods. Yeah, it's gonna be Fremod 4. Chillier's listening to me. Chillier, stop listening to me, brother. Come on, man. Will be the longest map in the pool. So we go from minute and 45 seconds and a 2-minute long first 2 picks to a 4.5 minute long third pick. The nice thing is, of course, this is a good song. I'm here for the song. Like, it's quality. So no big complaints there from me. But, you know, 4.5 minutes. It's been kind of repetitive in a way. You see a lot of the same patterns showing up a fair amount throughout. A lot of those, like, few aim notes, then a triple, some bursts on the end of sliders, just over and over. But I think the song makes up for... Alright, sorry. Song makes up for the fact that it's a long, kind of boring map. Kind of boring, not very boring, kind of boring. So You're going to have a hidden on Yolk Spy, Hard Rock on Chillier Pair, Hard Rock on Revoken, hidden on Learman, Nomads on Fiery Haunt, Carlos Flow, and WhatsApp. And in we go. It's an early break from Learman. That's the same thing from Learman and WhatsApp as well as Chillier. Kind of same thing we saw in the last match. Decent number of players missing in this first 200 combo on slightly tricky flow patterns that really get thrown at you after that very quiet intro. The flow and then the kick slider jumps can catch you out. There goes WhatsApp again. But a lot of map to go here. It is Fiery Yolk's Haunt on those FCs. Of course, last time this was played in the other match, it was Dadu Nai that picked it against Worldwide Choppers, gave it up as a break point. We'll see if Carlos and 8 can do the same thing here. It was a last-second win, really. Dadu Nai had some trouble at the ending. Gave up full combos, large combos. We'll see if minus 45 can be consistent on this. It's 1600 max combo, right? So there's a lot of circles to be clicked in this map, a lot of score to be built up, even with no fail on. That's still a pretty big score. I think around 100 million you're going to see. Or a pretty reasonable team score. A lot of comfort here. Revoken, Carlos, Full, Yolk Spy, Fiery Haunt, all in the FCs. Chillier Pair in between Learman and WhatsApp's combos. Closer to Learman, which means minus 45, gonna be in lead, but not by a huge margin. We'll be nearing the halfway mark here. Those combos getting up towards 800. No more breaks, and these combos are starting to get pretty big, which means misses get very scary very fast, because if they occur, you will see just how big an effect a miss can have when you're at 1,000 combo. You all are familiar with Score V1. You know how that score works. You know how it's just massive score growth in the late portions of these long maps. Gotta keep your wits about you, gotta keep your consistency up, and Revoken is gonna be the one to fall. And that is bad news for Carlos and 8, who are now gonna have a really rough time trying to make a comeback in this pick. Minus 45 did select the map, so you do anticipate them doing well on it, but Carlos and 8 were keeping it quite close. Unfortunately, now down 1,000 combo. There is not a lot that they can hope to do in the last quarter of the map unless minus 45 really fall apart. Revoken falls again. Learman, Carlos, Flo, and WhatsApp all still on the combo, but we got a three-way from minus 45 plus Chillier on just 100 combo behind, so really just minus 45 taking it, gonna be in a good spot here. And there goes Carlos Flo into the ending. Fire Your Age as well, unfortunately, for that side. And Yolk Spy also, so there will be no triple FC. There will be only one FC in the lobby at most. And as mentioned, 100 million score has been eclipsed by minus 45. As we come into the ending, it's going to be a 3-0 lead. It's going to be a consolidated break point, and they're in a good position in this match. That's very well done by minus 45. I know it's only going to be the one full combo, but it's a really solid team score. Very late misses from Fiery and Yolks. A reverse choke from Chillier Pair. Missed a little over 100 combo in. FC'd the rest with Hard Rock. Well done to that side, just in general. Good team performance. And, I mean, really, you can't hate too much on Carlos and 8's score. Unfortunately, Revoken dropped a little bit all the way down at 15 million, but the other members, 24 million, just shy of 24 million. So it's not like they did badly on that, but against 31, 28, 27, would have needed just a bit more. Did not get it. What's that? That was interesting. Next pick to Carlos in 8. Down 3-0 and a consolidated breakpoint among that, of course. What's up? What's up? What are you doing, man? Can we... I'm tempted to just close that slot and see if it fixes it, but, like, I don't know if it will. Anyway, it's next pick to Carlos at 8. They first picked the Nomad 2. Didn't go very well for them. Got a really good score out of -45. Where will they go next? Where do you try to make a comeback in this match? It's going to be DT4 as their choice. Game of Love. The unbanned old DT map. -45 banning DT5. Left DT4 up. And we go Ancient. Geometric grid snap. Linear patterns with some triples and small bursts thrown in it. I'm interested in the thought process behind this selection, but it might just be, let's switch it up into something very different. The other team banned an old map, so let's pick an old map, right? I mean, could just be straightforward enough. And it means Fiery in for DT. Joke about Fiery Rage DT all you want. He's good at old maps. What was the old DT map that he was in for in USC a year or two ago that he just, like, actually owned? Oh, goodness. So in we will go. It's Fiery, Yokes, Chillier, Knight, Revoken, Learman, Bowmilk, and WhatsApp. Carlos and 8 really need a point here sooner rather than later if they want to try to find a foothold in this match. We'll see if this is the right pick to do that. As you can see, these very old style patterns, geometric grid snap stuff with the triples thrown in like that way that old maps use triples, where it just feels a little uncomfortable and strange compared to how they're used now. I can't explain it, but it makes sense in my head. Anyway, multiple breaks. It's Fiery, Knight, Revoken, and Lirumin. A 500k lead for -45 at the 1/3 mark, but it is 2 FCs against 2, and Yokespy obviously struggling with the tapping requirement. He's going to miss on the flow pattern. Knight falls as well, and it is just Chillier pair left on the FC for -45 against Bowmilk and WhatsApp. Oh, but there's the triple break from Carlos and 8. And now Chillier 1v1 Bowmilk with the combo advantage on the recoveries, starting to go the way of -45. Chillier also does have a near 2% accuracy lead over Bowmilk, though that's not going to make a huge difference because Bowmilk makes that up for the most part with the hidden mod multiplier added on. Learman's going to find another break, and combo advantage is going to continue to grow in favor of -45. Knight falls to trade. WhatsApp falls. There goes Chillier. Okay, wait a minute. This just got interesting. It's going to go. This is all on the shoulders of Bowmilk. If he can hold on, this will come back over, but he's not getting any help from his team is the problem. I think he might be able to do enough on his own, though. This is a score v1 carry moment for Bowmilk here, and there it goes. -45 unable to bring any combo into the ending. Bowmilk drops the FC, and that's going to give the point to Carlos and 8. That's how score v1 goes. If you have a solo carry, they can win you a map all on their own. And look at that score line. Holy moly. 6.6 million for Bowmilk. Nobody else over 2 million points on his team. And they win by 1 million points anyway because everybody on -45 was sub 4 million score. Just did not have any luck in the back half of that map for -45, and Bowmilk held that FC. Very well done to him. Put on the carry performance that the team needed to get on the board in this match and avoid the 4-0 deficit. So, of course, we do still have minus 45 in a not uncomfortable position with that 3-1 breakpoint advantage in their pocket. But lost out on an opportunity for the double breakpoint lead. So, they kind of staying in touch in the early stages here. Minus 45 pick to come. They went Hard Rock 4, Free Mod 4. Which maybe go Hard Rock 3 here. Or maybe you go No Mod 4. Ooh, Free Mod 3. Mod 3. Minus 45 versus minus 45, going raw speed pick here. This is our 260 BPM free mod. I mean, it's a no mod 5 basically, right? That's kind of the effect of this map. You know, it's not like I hate it. I'm just a little surprised by it. They have good mechanics in terms of, like, just tapping, right? I mean, you know, No Mod 2, obviously, they did very well on. Outside of Weiran, I don't really think of this team as being super great at raw speed, though. I'm not sure who they're going to run on this. Chillier, probably. I don't know if you go Sigi. Still not seen this group of Leo. I don't know if does he play speed? I genuinely don't know. I really have not seen him play very much, unfortunately. Top plays seem to be largely aim with some like No Mod 2 type of stuff in there. He has Epitaph and Sayonara, but not aim. All right, I have no idea who this player is that just joined. Oh, that's Carl's game player. Okay. Slots. No, slots. Rob, slots. Unless it's my client. Is it my client? Okay, it was my client. I forgot about this bug in the last week. I forgot about this bug where it shows people like in the wrong slots even if they've changed, or it doesn't show them changing until like the last split second. All right. That's so annoying. Can we get that fixed? Just a couple breaks early on. It's going to be Weiran and Crowley. Yokes. Why is Yokes playing this, guys? You know, I was questioning what minus 45 would have as their roster for this, and I really, in a million years, didn't think Yokespy was going to be in for it. Bow Milk to fall, so it's going to stay pretty close. You've got Chillier and Sigi on the FCs. Weiran with really high accuracy. Unfortunate break. It's a double F. Oh, there was not a break over there. Okay. So, yeah, this is just good for Carlos and Nate. I mean, they've got 3 FCs and a near FC on their 4th member. Yeah, I'm going to admit to a small amount of confusion at this juncture in the map, but there's still half of it to go, so I guess that could change. It's a trade. Bow Milk and Chillier pair. That's worse for minus 45, though, I think. There's those doubles. We saw a bunch of people fall there in the previous match. Not going to happen this time, though. And I think this is just going to be Carlos and 8 here. Don't really know that there's a lot minus 45 is going to be able to do. They need all 3 members holding to continue to do so, and they need Carlos and 8 to find at least 1 or 2 misses. Probably 2. It's a 3 million gap. I mean, it's not like it's over. Okay, there goes Liruman. Now there's kind of a chance. It's a double. It's an FC on WhatsApp and a big combo on Crowley, but no support. While you have an FC on Sigi, big combos on Weiran and Yokespy. There's a world where this comes over, but they've got to hold on the side of minus 45, because WhatsApp and Crowley are really doing a lot of work for Carlos and 8. There go Weiran and Chillier pair. There goes that opportunity. Just like that. Bowmilk falling doesn't matter. It's all in Crowley and WhatsApp, and they're just looking fine into the ending. And that is going to be a break point back for Carlos and 8 on what really, to me, feels like a mispick from -45. Those scores are just not super great. I mean, it actually was kind of close, but I still feel like if it's your pick as that team, I don't know that I'd want to be picking something that I'm kind of risking performances like that on. I mean, shout out to Yokespy for putting up the 7.4 million, because that's kind of how Hippo Cup goes. You just combo stuff, and it's fine that you get 89 AC. Chillier pair with the bottom score on that side. Surprisingly, perhaps. Maybe not warm still. We're 45 minutes into this surely he's warm by now. I don't really know. Either way, I personally feel like that was a mispick. I don't think it's something that I would have picked if I were that team at this stage in the match. And it gave the break point over to Carlos and 8, who now can tie it up 3-3 if they win their own pick. So if you're Carlos and 8 here, your previous pick was DT4. I don't really have another direct follow-up to that. You go DT1 here, I think it wouldn't be too bad. You go DT3 here, it wouldn't be too bad. There you go, DT1, bang, bang. I am looking into my crystal ball, I guess, and getting things right on occasion. I like the DT1 pick here. I think they seem to have a pretty reasonable handle after the underperformance on Nomad 2, but they seem to have a pretty reasonable handle since then on mechanics. This is a very straightforward map. If you're a player who struggles with tapping, you really won't have that issue on this so much. Yes, it's 267 BPM, but there's just some bursts. It's not like a consistent tapping map like we just saw in the Free Mod 3. And Escripolio is here for this one, which could be a difference maker for -45. Very, very strong mechanics player. Another one of those maps that was really good for Dadunai in their win. Dropped some really solid scores on that one. We'll see if either of these two teams can do the same thing. GLHF's coming out, so we should be good to get going into map number 6 of this match. Starting to work our way toward the business end of this guy. Best of 11, 6 maps in. Chiliar, Scrupulio, Wiran, and Sigi against Crowley, Learman, Bowmilk, and WhatsApp. Carlos and 8 just recovering the break point on the previous pick from -45. We'll see if they can kind of reverse consolidate it to tie the match up at 3 points apiece. Comfort level is anticipated to be pretty high on this pick, I think. No early breaks in the intro, as to be expected. You know, we'll build up pretty quietly and calmly in the early stages, but you got to be ready for the triples here and there. just a generic DT1, you know. This is quite comfortable aim. It's Crowley, Learman, and what's up to all break? Oh, goodness. They didn't even get to the Ki. See what kind of lead minus 45 can build. That was not a great scene for Carlos and 8, all missing on the same pattern. Weiran will be the first to fall for minus 45, so he gives one of those back, but WhatsApp with another break, as has Learman found. So Bowmilk, the only FC, only real meaningful combo on that side. And there goes Bowmilk as well. Oh, dear. Triple FC for minus 45. No FCs left for Carlos and 8, who have Crowley on a 250 combo as their leader currently. Not the best situation to be in. There goes Chillier, though. And Sigi had just broken as well. So minus 45, not going to be able to take quite as big of a lead as they otherwise could have, but Carlos and 8 continuing to have problems. Learman and Bowmilk with another couple misses. Scrupulio still holding that FC. There goes Crowley again as well. WhatsApp on a 400 combo. All they've really got is Scrupulio on the FC still, and Sigi with a 300 backing combo. A lot of players having trouble through that middle third of the map. But minus 45 coming out way ahead on that affair as they have an 11 million score lead. And just the bridge here, and then the last chorus before they are home free. And a Scrupulio just dominating this one. 99.6 accuracy, still the FC intact. Does finally break. It's a little misaim, but I think it's job done here. 14 million score lead, backing combo on all three members, even with WhatsApp holding a pretty large combo, as well as Crowley and Bowmilk building back up. They both break, of course. And that is all she wrote on this pick. So it's going to be 3 straight. Or no, excuse me. It's going to be back-to-back breakpoints. Not 3 straight breakpoints. It's going to be back-to-back breakpoints. Carlos and 8 looking to climb back into a tie. Did not manage to do so. Minus 45 is going to take that 4-2 lead. They will be 2 points away from the match. Still plenty of work to be done. 2 points I don't think will come super easily in this one. But it does avoid giving the breakpoint up completely as they pull it back over their way by a very comfortable margin. 19 million score. And just solid team performance. 14 million, 12 million, 10 million. And meanwhile, nobody over 9 million for Carlos and 8, which is surprising when you consider that was their own pick. So clearly an underperformance compared to what they expected. But frankly, when you have a player at 89 AC and 2 players at a right around 96, the comfort level just doesn't seem that high. Underperformance, if you have like 2 misses but 98 AC, that's one thing. But 3, 4, 5 misses and a little lower accuracy, to my eye, generally indicates a little lower comfort level on the map than you would probably like to have on a pick of your own. So Carlos and 8 not getting what they wanted to out of that one. And minus 45 going to try to jump right on the opportunity here. They're going to go Nomad 5, so strap in for a long one, boys and girls, because this is 4 minutes of AR8 CS 5.5. Chat, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now. I did not bother looking at this map in like prepping for this stage because it's 4 minutes long and it's just not an interesting song. I'm sorry. I just didn't have it in me to sit through this entire thing. I'm pretty sure it's just a slider map. Based on like, I did sit through like the first minute, and then I was like, okay, I'm bored, and went on to the next map. But if it stays the same, it's literally just sliders. It's low AR, small circles, big circle size, small circles. You know what I'm saying. Okay. In we go. So I'm responding to some things in between maps. Sorry for that. It's Fiery Yokes by Hunt and Sigi against Bomilk, Learman, WhatsApp, and Revoken for this one on the Carlos and 8 side. And yeah, it's just slow sliders. Like I said, I looked at like the first minute of this and it was this exactly for the entire time. So I'm just guessing that's all it is the entire map based on what was said, but I guess I could be wrong. And that's actually kind of an aim section there, huh? Little struggle early on from Carlos and 8. Multiple misses from Bomilk, Revoken, and Learman, all the way down to just one full combo on WhatsApp. Meanwhile, a 4-way still intact to the first 150, 200 combo for -45. But hey, we're going to be here for a long time. This is 4 minutes long, so we'll, we're chilling. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's having a good time. Another couple misses coming through. It's Sigi, Learman, and Revoken. There goes Fiery, so down to just the 2 FCs for -45. Yokespy and Haunt. WhatsApp matching one of them, backing combo on Bomilk, but no support beyond that. Lead to stay intact for -45 as of now. I say impressive accuracy from just -45 as a team compared to their opponents. You've got you got 2 99s and 2 just below 99 against 97, 95, 95. WhatsApp keeping it up at 98, so well done to them, but the rest of the team not having quite such a good time. There's another of those big aim patterns. He's going to catch Learman out. Just having a rough go of things on this one. Has not yet reached 1,000,000 points. Meanwhile, Double FC on Yokespy and on Haunt is doing work here as -45 has the lead out at 4 million score. C drops the backing combo. Not really going to mean much. I love hold sliders. 2/3 the way through, lead remains about 4 million. And stabilizing here as Carlos and 8 does have 3 solid combos and a reasonable backing 4th. Still the double FC there for -45 to make sure they can maintain their advantage. There goes Bomilk. Not great. Not great. Fortunately. Revoken falls as well. There goes Haunt, though. So one of the FC's gone for -45. Yokespy still alive to match WhatsApp. Backing combo Learman. Backing combo Fiery Rage Superior. And Sigi on 300 as well. Score leads about 7 million score. So -45 in a comfy position in this map. Revoken Learman break. It's WhatsApp on the only combo on that side. Yokespy matching. Sigi Fiery pulling up some combo into the ending, and that's going to do it for this pick. Looks like we're going to see 1 FC per team. It'll be Yolkspy on the Hidden and WhatsApp on the Nomad. With reasonably good backing scores for both Fire Rage and Haunt. Sigi struggled, but no real matter. Still outscored both Revakin and Learman. WhatsApp well done on the FC. But only Bowmilk with a score over 4 million for the remaining 3 members of that team, and just not going to be nearly enough. And they 10 million point victory for -45 here takes them to 5-2 in the match. 1 point away from closing it out and advancing to the quarterfinals if they can finish this one. Still pick to Carlos and 8 next, have their opportunities to try and pull this one back at least a little bit. What will the pick here for Carlos and 8 be? Again, much like in the previous match, the team that is down does have 2 picks left if they can get a breakpoint in between them. The last pick advantage. Interesting, it's a Hard Rock 3 pick here. I kind of anticipated this to be a pick that -45 might opt into, but it's going to be Carlos and 8 opting into it instead. Enigma 2. One of 2 DAHKJ DAS maps in this pool. Everybody's favorite map with a username that you have no way of actually saying. But I guess such is life. So I'm a little surprised to see Carlos and 8 being the ones picking this because they have already lost Nomad 2 and Fremod 4 in this match, which are 2 other tapping maps. They did win Fremod 3, but that's a lot higher BPM. Obviously, that's 260. This is only 200, so not really directly comparable. This one does have, you know, some trickier flow and some rhythm changes. There's some 1/3 stuff in this that you don't always see in the other tapping maps in this pool, but nonetheless, this feels a little bit of a last gasp, perhaps, against a team that already has beaten them on a couple of flow maps as well as a Hard Rock map. But we're going to head into it, it looks like. The GLHF's coming out. Oh, so close, Sigi. So close to rolling the correct number for that lyric. So we have Chillier, Knight, Honori, and Sigi taking on Carlos, Low, Crowley, Bowmilk, and WhatsApp. Must win maps the rest of the way through here for Carlos and 8. Cannot drop another map as they're down match points. This will be the start of an epic comeback, or this could be an abrupt ending to this match. Which will it be? Dadu and I dropped a 4-way on this in the earlier match today, which is absolutely nuts. I don't anticipate that to happen again, but definitely a strong performance possible from both of these teams. Some very good flow and tapping players, obviously, as we've seen throughout the match so far to this point. Now 8 maps in. Quite short one, right? Sub 2 minutes, so everything counts, everything matters, every note is important. Into the 1/3 section. No breaks there. A little bit of aim patterning into a longer stream. It's Carlos Flow to break. The namesake of the team could unfortunately be their downfall here on this pick. Let's see how long -45 keeps up the 4-way. Halfway through the map now. No misses yet on that side of the screen. You can see a little bit of problem there on the accuracy for Honori and Sigi, so we'll see how their comfort level is maintained the rest of the way through. Of course, 96 is on both Bowmilk and WhatsApp. Not the greatest either. Hard Rock, as you know, it's going to make the accuracy a little harder, but still. Crowley the next to fall, down 2 FCs. Now are Carlos and 8. This is their last gasp effort in this match. Not a lot of time left. We're coming into the final quarter of this map. And it's a 4-way still for -45 versus -45, saying to Dadunai, perhaps anything you can do, we can do just as well. As we hit the ending. 1/3, reverse sliders, kick sliders, quinch, and it's gonna be the cherry on top of the match. -45 versus -45. We're gonna drop a 4-way here on Hard Rock number 3, Enigma 2. A really solid performance from them on that map and throughout this entire match. And that's really crazy to me to see that we have seen this map twice and a team has 4-wayed it both times. This is a slightly superior score, I believe. 41.3 million for -45 versus 41.2 million for Dadunai. Very, very close, both with 3 players over 10 million. Man. Yeah, 41.3 versus 41.2. Holy cow. That's the scores are literally 40,000, not even 40,000 apart between those two teams 4-weighing this map. All right, I guess I was wrong. We're just going to see multiple 4-ways. Who knew? Who knew? Really impressive stuff. -45 versus -45. Take care of business on this day. A 6-2 final score. Carlos Day getting those 2 maps in a row in the middle of the match, but not able to take another one. 3 maps, 1 for -45, drop 2, then win 3 more, and 6-2 goes the final score of this match. And onward into the quarterfinals, go -45 versus -45. Really 2 very similar matches, both 6-2, both 4-way Enigma 2. I mean, it's pretty funny. That will be Carlos 8 dropping to the losers bracket. They will await the loser of Battle of HK versus S Istvorbe. That'll be their matchup next week. -45 versus -45. Getting the winner of that match. Should be some exciting stuff to see in the coming round. And that's actually it for today. We had 2 reschedules this week, and they were both Saturday matches moving to Sunday. So that means tomorrow we have 6 matches. None of them strictly overlap, but given the length, it's going to be a little bit of a question mark as to whether they all get in on stream, but we'll do our best. We have 2 blocks tomorrow. It's going to be 14, 15, 16 UTC first block, starting off with Irishman 4 versus Kali Backshots. Second block is going to be 18, 19, 20 UTC, starting off with Onini Fiedza versus Mike Nerds. I'm going to be handling the first block of matches, and you'll be joined by Affirm Cheese and Exia for the second block of matches tomorrow. So bright and early, 14 UTC tomorrow. It's 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. if you are all the way over in Korea or Japan, so on and so forth from there. I hope to see you all then and there. It should be some exciting matches to be had tomorrow as we get through a whole lot of our second day of round of 16. Thank you for being here today. Congratulations to -45 versus -45 and to Dadunai, our winners. Commiserations to Worldwide Choppers and Carlos and 8, our losers. We appreciate all of you being here. We appreciate everybody playing reffing for this tournament. And tomorrow's going to be a big day in round 16. 6 matches, 3 in a row in 2 different blocks. So you do not want to miss it. Set your alarm, set your reminder, join the Discord so you get the announcements when we go live. Follow the stream so you get your notifications when we go live there. And we will see you tomorrow morning here at Hippo Cup 8, round of 16. Have a good rest of your day, and we will see you in 21 hours' time.